Michael.
As I was saying, the state or fact of remaining the same, one has under varying aspects or conditions. The condition of being oneself and not the other, which therefore means that here is saying that you have to be unique. You have to develop a self that makes you unique for the rest of the people or the people around you. The sense of self providing one sameness and the continuity in personality over time. Without the self, the identity you develop lasts with you for the rest of your life. The condition or character as to who a person is. The quality, belief, that distinguishes or identifies a person or thing is what is known as identity. Actually, as I was saying, when you go through the confusion as already discussed, then you come out to the idea that you are already beginning to develop an entity that will then culminate in what is known as self. And the self here is a person's sense of self-esteem or self-worth, self-respect, self-image, self-confidence can be summed up into one word known as ego. We therefore that ego is a synonym to self. Because self here means you are unique. You are not like A, you are not like B, you are just C. When sense of self finally developed, with these characteristics during this idea versus confusion stage, this conflict is centered on developing a personal identity. Successful completing this stage leads to a strong sense of self that will remain through life. With a very strong sense of self that will remain through life. So if we look at what I've been struggling to say here, though not a teacher, I've struggled to tell us what confusion is, to make us understand what confusion is, and then what identity is, and then put these two together will then develop what is called the self. The self, which is defined as the awareness, self-esteem, self-knowledge, and self-perception, all parts of self that enable people to alter, change, add, and modify aspects of themselves in order to gain social acceptance in society. Probably the best account of the origin of selfhood is that the self comes into being at the interface between the inner biological process of the human body and the socio-cultural network to which the persons belong. A person's or thing referred to with respect to complete individuality, which leads us to what we call ego. Individuality, ego means you want to think that everything is yours, everything is centered around you. And the ego here is a synonym to that word self. And to summarize it all, adolescents will go through confusion, changing dresses, changing hairstyle, changing where they want finally settle to one, they come up on identity. Identity is not putting things together, it comes out to yourself. And the self is what you live with through life let's say, early adulthood, when you have left adolescence and you develop that in the early adulthood, until you die with it. Which therefore means here that self or identity versus identity confusion is a crisis resolution that finally comes out with the virtue of self. And when that is done, a person's initial being that distinguishes from others, especially because considered as the object of reflective action, synonym to ego, as I was saying. One self, persona, person, identity, character, soul, spirit, mind, inner self are what builds up to give you your identity and making you to be the self as defined as a unique person. In all, the self, when you finally come into self, it makes you unique and different from other people around you. And the cultural and social aspects do come into play in molding your actions to developing an identity and finally self. Cultural values have to be abided to the certain way you find yourself. all this to modify the way you come over your ID so that you're accepted in the society. Because society has certain norms that you have to go to abide by the norms of that society. So when you finally come out with a unique self like that, then you complete the process of identity versus identity confusion. That is all I'm able to do. Even though I'm not a teacher, as I said, I'm struggling to make us see whether we can understand. It's all I was able to do, a little bit of research I did. That's how much I came out with. Thank you so much. That's it.